Hey there! I'm David Wolf with TechPowerUp News, and this week NVIDIA's GTX 1070 was released. NVIDIA is restricting crazy SLI setups, and Asus preps a 144Hz 4K screen. All coming up. I'll just start with the thing everyone wants to hear first. The GTX 1070 released, finally, June 10th for $379. Okay. As of writing this, they haven't popped up quite yet, but the card should be available starting at $379. Should. With the reference design card being $70 more at $449. Because reasons. If they did pop up, I'll have them right here on the screen. Or if not, if they didn't. Either way, look at these pictures of a cat. This is what you came here for. It's based on GP104 with a 1506 MHz core, which boosts to 1683, featuring 1920 CUDA cores, 120 TMUs, 64 ROPs, and 8 gigs of 8 GHz effective 256-bit GDDR5 memory, with performance surpassing the previous Titan X at a far lower cost. Also, ports, those are important. 3 DisplayPort 1.4, 1 HDMI 2.0B, and a good old dual-link DVI-D. I don't think I really need to say too much about this card at this point. If you can get your hands on it, it's a great value at that MSRP. Not as much so with the RX 480 existing, but still, it's a kick-ass card, and it's fast, and gotta go fast. On kind of an note with NVIDIA, some news popped up last week regarding the GTX 1080's fan flipping out unexpectedly, revving up at times that made no sense and just being loud, regardless of what the temperatures were. NVIDIA announced this week that they made a fix, and it will come out with the next GeForce driver update. Well, you've probably heard recently that NVIDIA won't be supporting 3-way and 4-way SLI. Well, they are, but not in games. Okay. At its launch, NVIDIA expressed the lack of support that offered an option to enthusiasts to obtain a software key to enable 3- and 4-way SLI support using classic bridges. That's down the crapper. NVIDIA has apparently taken away that option, leaving only a few applications that NVIDIA selects to take advantage of the extra GPUs. Unsurprisingly, this includes benchmarks Unigine Heaven, 3D Mark Firestrike, and Catzilla. Okay. With possible additions coming in with future driver updates. This kind of makes it a little emotionally empty for me, if that makes any sense. There's something awesome and mystifying about seeing your favorite games run on 4 overpowered GPUs. Even if you know returns are heavily diminished, because, let's face it, they really are. With this kind of neuters it even further, at least for me. For those who are fans of high resolutions and refresh rates, which really should be everybody, Asus is preparing a 144Hz refresh rate 4K LCD. If you're not sure what that means, a screen's refresh rate is directly proportional to the max amount of frames it can display per second, which in this case is 144 frames, which is a huge step up from the early 4K displays that could only do like 30 FPS, with a noticeable improvement over the 60Hz models. Like this wasabi mango. The Asus monitor will use DisplayPort 1.3 in order to get enough bandwidth to support 4K at 144 frames per second, which means you'll need a pretty snazzy up-to-date GPU like a GTX 1080, RX 480, or GTX 1070, which just came out, to push it, and depending on how soon it's released, could be the world's first 4K 144Hz screen. That's all the news I have for this video, but there's more every week, so stick around. Also, there's so much happening every week that I can't fit it all in these videos, but luckily we have a website, TechPowerUp.com, where you can check out the latest news and tech reviews. And up here, if you have a question or just like to lurk, we have our forums where you can get help or help others, whatever you like. Clicky clicky. Have a good one. It's awesome to have the option when you're done benching to go play the games that you have with video cards, gaming video cards, and see what kind of improvements there are over just 2-way SLI, I guess. It really makes sense that they're doing this because it's not a whole lot of sales, I'd assume, coming from 3 and 4-way SLI setups. So it's not really going to be bringing in a whole lot of money, but it's still kind of sad to see it go because it's freaking fun. It's just sad.